Gentlemen, let's be honest with ourselves for a moment. Has your morning lately still awakened that same masculine energy it once did? Or has it just become a dull routine? You open your eyes, take a quick sip of coffee, and feel empty, drained, with none of that fire that used to make you feel confident and strong? If this sounds familiar, then what I am about to say might be worth your attention. With just one simple morning habit, no medication, no side effects, you can reignite your natural energy, improve your blood flow, and restore your masculine vitality. No pills needed, just 5 completely natural ingredients that might already be sitting right there in your kitchen. My name is Dr. Titan Gray, a urologist with over 15 years of experience helping thousands of men over the age of 50. Many of them have silently struggled with a loss of desire, low energy, and fading confidence within their relationships. And the very first thing I always tell them is this: erectile dysfunction is not a sign that you are getting old. In most cases, it is simply a matter of blood circulation, and the best part is, circulation can be retrained. First, we need to break a common misunderstanding that most men still believe. An erection does not depend solely on testosterone. It is actually the result of a well-functioning circulatory and nervous system. When you feel aroused, tiny muscles in the blood vessel walls of your manhood begin to relax. At that moment, nitric oxide, a natural molecule produced by your body in the lining of your blood vessels, sends signals that cause those vessels to widen. Blood rushes in, pressure builds up, and that is how your body naturally creates firmness. But as we age, stress, a sugary diet, lack of sleep, or chronic inflammation start attacking the lining of those blood vessels. When that protective layer weakens, your nitric oxide levels drop, blood flow slows down, and your body's response is no longer as strong as it used to be. That is why I often say, your manhood is the mirror of your vascular health. And the most important thing I want you to remember is this: you are not broken. Your body has simply lost rhythm with its natural chemistry. The good news is, we can absolutely restore that rhythm. In today's video, I am going to show you a completely natural morning ritual, extremely simple, yet proven effective by many men over 50, to reactivate circulation, balance your hormones, and reclaim your performance and confidence. Are you ready? Then let us begin with the foundation: why blood circulation is the true king, and how food holds incredible power in restoring a man's vitality. I want to tell you about one of my patients. Michael is 62 years old, a retired engineer. He used to be the kind of man everyone admired: sharp, confident, and the one who could fix anything, from an old machine to the most complicated problems around the house. But when Michael walked into my office, I could tell right away that something had changed. The spark in his eyes was gone. He sat down and quietly said, "Doctor, I am not the same anymore. Even when I try, I cannot keep it going. I have tried the pills, they worked for a while. And then, nothing." After running a few basic tests, the picture became clear. His blood sugar was rising, his blood pressure was above normal, and his arteries were no longer expanding as flexibly as they should. This is what we call endothelial dysfunction, a condition where the inner lining of the blood vessels no longer produces enough nitric oxide, the molecule that helps blood vessels open up so blood can flow freely. When nitric oxide drops, everything else drops with it. That is why erectile dysfunction is not just about what happens down there. It is a warning message, your body's way of saying that blood flow is no longer working as smoothly as it should. In fact, many studies show that erectile dysfunction often appears 3 to 5 years before a cardiovascular event. In other words, your body is whispering an early message: hey, it is time to pay attention to your circulation. The circulatory system is one of the few systems in the human body that can naturally restore itself, even when you are past 60. Our blood vessels do not truly grow old, they remain flexible and remarkably adaptable. They respond every single day to the food you eat, the way you move, how you sleep, and even the way you breathe. This is something that most so-called miracle performance boosters on the internet completely overlook. They focus on testosterone supplements or instant stimulants but forget the most essential foundation, vascular health. And if that foundation is weak, no pill in the world will hold up for long. So, how can you rebuild that foundation from the ground up? Here are 5 simple habits that can make a truly noticeable difference. 1. Take a walk every day. Just 20 to 30 minutes of light walking is enough to help your blood vessels become more flexible. Each step you take is a way of retraining your circulatory system, teaching your arteries when to open and when to close naturally and efficiently. 2. Get quality sleep. Lack of sleep does not just make you tired, it kills both testosterone and nitric oxide. Set a goal for deep, consistent rest. No phone in bed, and no caffeine after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Sleep is the true recovery gym for male hormones. 3. Reduce stress. Chronic stress raises cortisol levels, and cortisol blocks every signal of desire. Spend a few minutes each day breathing deeply, meditating, praying, or simply closing your eyes for a short rest, anything that lets your nervous system unwind. 4. Eat clean and natural. Choose whole foods that are low in sugar and low in processed fats. Sugar and inflammation are the 2 silent enemies that harden and clog your blood vessels faster than age itself. A daily serving of leafy greens, fatty fish, and olive oil, that is nature's own medicine for your circulation. 5. Do light strength training. You do not need to lift heavy weights. Even a few pelvic floor exercises or light resistance movements can significantly improve blood flow in the pelvic area and increase muscle control there. When you combine these 5 habits, your body begins to remember its natural rhythm. Blood flow starts to recover, energy rises again, and with that, your confidence and performance rise as well. Now we have come to the most interesting part: how everyday ingredients in your own kitchen can actually wake up your circulatory system. We are talking about foods that help activate and protect nitric oxide, stabilize blood pressure, and make your blood vessels react faster and more flexibly whenever your body needs it. Let me make this very clear. No food or drink can replace medical treatment. And of course, no one can fix their blood vessels overnight. But the right morning ritual, done consistently, can create real and lasting change. Why is that? Because small improvements, repeated every single day, build up over time and create powerful momentum for your cardiovascular health. And that is where the idea of a special morning coffee was born. It is not a medication, and it is not a miracle. It is simply a circulatory support system that fits right inside a single cup. Each ingredient plays its own unique role, and when combined, they work together like an elite medical team, coordinating in perfect harmony rather than working separately. Coffee awakens your mind and stimulates your body's natural production of nitric oxide. Lemon enhances absorption and adds antioxidants that protect your blood vessels. Garlic helps dilate blood vessels, improving circulation all the way to the smallest corners of your body. Ginger reduces inflammation, increases endurance, and supports overall blood flow. When mixed in the right proportions, they create what I call a circulatory synergy effect. Blood flows better, your energy rises higher, and your masculine vitality returns naturally. So, if you are over 60 and your mornings have started to feel heavy, sluggish, or if you have noticed your confidence fading away, the answer might not be hiding inside an expensive pill. It might already be sitting right there, in your kitchen. Now, let us begin with the foundation of this entire ritual: coffee. Yes, that familiar morning cup that almost every man takes a sip of right after waking up. But what if I told you that very cup of coffee could either choke or supercharge your blood flow, all depending on how you brew it? Would you believe me? Most people drink coffee just to stay awake. They think caffeine equals energy. But physiologically, caffeine does much more than help you open your eyes. It directly affects your heart rate, the elasticity of your arteries, and even the amount of nitric oxide in your blood, that natural chemical that controls circulation and performance. Now, let us talk about what is really inside that cup. Coffee is not just caffeine. Inside it are hundreds of plant-based compounds. And one of the most powerful among them is chlorogenic acid, often called CGA, a potent antioxidant found in the outer layer of the coffee bean. Research has shown that CGA can improve endothelial function, which means it strengthens the inner lining of your blood vessels, the very place where nitric oxide is produced. When that lining is healthy, it releases more nitric oxide, helping your blood vessels relax easily and your circulation flow powerfully. In other words, a properly brewed cup of coffee does not just wake you up, it helps your body react faster, stronger, and more naturally when the moment calls for it. Remember, the goal is not to make your heart race, but to gently activate your circulatory system every morning, like tuning up a finely crafted engine. Coffee is just the foundation, the first switch that wakes up your entire system. And now, we add the ingredient that turns that engine into a natural testosterone-absorbing machine, a simple yet powerful one: lemon. You do not need much, just 1 to 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice are enough to activate digestion and improve circulation. Here is a small tip. Gently roll the lemon on the table before cutting it. You will get more juice out of it that way. If you have a sensitive stomach, squeeze the lemon into warm water or add it after your coffee has cooled down a bit. And if you deal with acid reflux, start very slowly, just 1 teaspoon, and sip it gently. To soften the sour taste, you can add a few drops of pure honey or a pinch of sea salt. It balances the flavor and adds electrolytes to kickstart your morning. What is fascinating is that lemon and caffeine work together beautifully. Caffeine speeds up metabolism, while the vitamin C in lemon helps your adrenal glands recover after being stimulated by caffeine. It is the perfect handshake for a morning that is alert, balanced, and full of steady energy. Remember, nitric oxide is the key that keeps your arteries flexible, and lemon belongs to the group of foods that protect this vital molecule. The antioxidants in citrus fruits prevent nitric oxide from breaking down, helping you maintain the circulatory boost that coffee started for much longer. But that is only half of the journey. Lemon opens the door for absorption, but to truly supercharge blood circulation, you need something even stronger. That ingredient is garlic, nature's powerful gift. And in this next step, we will dive deeper into how garlic activates your blood vessels, purifies your circulatory system, and why just a single clove each day can awaken the masculine strength within you. Many medical studies have shown that garlic naturally lowers blood pressure, reduces bad cholesterol, known as LDL, and improves endothelial function, which is the layer of cells responsible for producing nitric oxide. All of these factors are directly linked to circulation and natural performance. Here is a little-known tip. You do not need to chew raw garlic to get its full benefits. Simply crush or slice it, then let it rest for about 10 minutes before adding it to your food or drink. That short waiting time allows the enzyme reaction to complete and form allicin, the compound that activates garlic's natural bioenergy. Garlic does more than boost circulation. It also contains selenium and vitamin B6, 2 essential nutrients your body uses to produce testosterone in healthy sperm cells. In other words, garlic not only enhances your performance, but also nourishes your vitality from within. Garlic is pure, natural fuel for a man's vascular system, powerful, time-tested, and entirely organic. And when you combine it with ginger, the effect doubles, because ginger not only supports blood flow, but also warms the blood and spreads energy throughout the entire body. Morning ritual summary. Drink a glass of water right after waking up. Then, prepare your circulatory coffee, following the formula we discussed earlier. Sip it slowly, and feel the energy spreading through your body. After that, take a light walk for 10 to 15 minutes to help your blood circulate throughout your system. This is not a magic potion. It is a daily habit designed to build lasting vitality. When practiced consistently, your body begins to remember its natural rhythm, energy returns, confidence rises, and your masculine strength comes back in a completely natural way. Gentlemen, this is the heart of the morning ritual for restoring vitality, where science meets daily practice. Do it right, and you will feel the real difference: more energy, smoother circulation, and a deep, steady confidence radiating from within. The key is timing and sequence. Your body responds best when each step activates the next in the proper order. Optimal routine. Drink your circulatory coffee on an empty stomach, or about 30 minutes after waking up. Then, take a brisk 10-minute walk. This light movement helps expand your arteries, stimulates natural nitric oxide production, and amplifies the entire effect of the ritual. Remember, this is not a rigid formula. It is a personalized practice that you can fine-tune to match your own body's rhythm. This is not a miracle drink. It is a scientific system designed to restore a man's natural flow of energy. Just 1 cup each morning, when taken correctly and consistently, can retrain your circulation, rebuild your vitality, and bring back your confidence, all without a single pill. And it all begins right in your own kitchen. Remember, gentlemen, real strength does not come from what you drink once. It comes from what you repeat every day. When you stay consistent, your body starts to remember its natural rhythm again: clearer energy, stronger circulation, and renewed confidence. Take back your mornings, 1 cup at a time. Try it for 7 days. Track your energy, your mood, and how your circulation feels. Then share your results in the comments below. Which ingredient surprised you the most? Was it garlic, the silent warrior? Ginger, the fire of circulation? Or cocoa, the nitric oxide multiplier? I read every single comment. This community is a place where real men support each other to regain strength, confidence, and the power that comes from within. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss the next health video. Your support helps us continue spreading science-based knowledge and confidence about men's health. Thank you for being here. Now, reclaim your vitality from the inside out.